Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. In today's video, I'll be reading out the press conferences ahead of the Paris Saint-Germain versus PSV Champions League game. I'm very happy. I think the team performed very well against Strasbourg, creating a lot of scoring opportunities. We tried to disrupt their pressure. That is true. That was what Strasbourg did, which affected us badly, their pressure. And yeah, we performed good. Then very happy. Yeah, I mean, especially with the squad that we put out, 100%. I expect a difficult match against PSV. They need points like us. It will be difficult, but I'm optimistic. The support of our fans will be important at the Parc des Princes. Obviously, Lucho doing what he always does, dick sucking the opponent a bit. But yeah, I mean, no, it's not going to be. I don't expect a difficult match. I expect PSV to do their all. Difficult match? Absolutely no. But being at home obviously gives us an advantage. I think the team played very well against Girona, and of course, we didn't play as we wanted against Arsenal, but I'm happy with what we've seen from my team since the start of the season. Once again, I have to be a little bit negative here. He's saying that the team played very well against Girona. No. I mean, the second half was a huge improvement, and I'm happy about how we performed the second half versus Girona, but we can't forget those first 4 to 5 minutes. So no, not very well at all. And then he's saying, and of course, we didn't play as we wanted against Arsenal. Lucho, some self-accountability, some criticism to yourself for what you did for the Arsenal game. Well, let's move on. Luis Enrique on the possible presence of Colomani in the group. Our players available and all available players can play as starters. Simple PR statement here. The next match is always the most important because it's the one you can control. Every match is even more important in this new format of the Champions League. It's also important for PSV. We all need to score points. That is true. With the new Champions League format, every team is competing against every other single team, so every point matters much more than in the previous UCL format. It's a pleasure to know that our opponents say that about us. It's a pleasure to receive this praise, but we have to think about the difficulty of this competition. I mean, Luis Enrique can't even take praise here from the opponent. I don't know, he could just say, yeah, you know what, that is true. We are this good team. We are this great team. That's who we are. But he has to, I don't know, put a question mark over it. But I guess, yeah, we move on. Our team was already young last year, but with much more experience this season. When you plan a season, there are many players that you can't buy. Faced with this impossibility, you can do with what you have. Again, Luis Enrique, I don't really know, is this a dig at Campos or not? Obviously, what he was saying was clubs overpriced players for us, but we obviously know about Campos' incompetence in the summer transfer window. And he's saying last year we're young, this year we're young, but we have more experience. I mean, yeah, every player has now played under you one season. Everyone has gotten 1 year older. But we buy youngins again. So I mean, yeah, they have experience from last season. Yeah, this is a more experienced team, but I wouldn't talk about it like that, Lucho. Luis Enrique on Kang-in Lee. He has reinforced all the ideas we had about him. He's a player of great quality with a great capacity for work. He can play in several positions. Like him, there are other players who are young and can play. Great praise here for Kang-in Lee, who's had a very great start to the season so far, and I'm very excited to see how he will do against PSV. I think it's going to be a match similar to the one to Strasbourg. We have to look at wherever we're playing away or at home. It changes a lot of things. They're a very high-level opponent. They dominate their championship. I mean, yeah, they dominate their championship because their championship is dominatable. It's not that good of a league, as we've seen, because we've seen PSV against other teams in the UCL, and entire different story. If they're going to play similar to Strasbourg, I hope so. I hope they press us high. I hope they leave space in behind. I hope they play a fair game. And there's a much high likelihood they will play a fair game, unlike Girona, for example. So, yeah, let's hope. Luis Enrique analyzes PSV. They play far from their goal. They scored 2 goals in the Champions League after pressing high. They play very well with the wingers. They know how to defend very well. The result will say whatever we have more or less aggressive PSG. That is true. That is true. PSV have been pressing high, even against a team like Juventus, and left a lot of space in behind. So maybe it is true. Maybe PSV will actually play football against Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, let's see. In football, you have to improve every aspect in every game. Where you see doubts, I see potential for growth. I'm very optimistic. I like what I see. Tomorrow we play at home, and we want to get a positive result. Yeah. Luis Enrique on the evolution of Achraf Hakimi. I think he's better on the defensive side, more efficient, but he's a very high-level player. I see him more mature. That's good. That means he's growing up. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Luis Enrique, he didn't see Achraf before Lucho came. So this is one thing we absolutely have to prop Lucho for, the evolution of Achraf Hakimi under him, because as he said, he's matured, he's become better mentally and physically under Luis Enrique. So yeah, very great. I don't believe that we're suffering. We can improve. I'm one of those who believe that we can improve everything, even when we are in a good dynamic. I don't know if we're suffering, but the results were suffering, the performances were suffering, the fans were definitely suffering. I don't know about the team and players and so on, because we still managed to get favorable results and all of that, but yeah. Now we'll take a look at Kang-in Lee's press conference. The most important thing is to help the team win. Everyone knows that the match against PSV is important for us. The fans will be behind us. We will try to play a complete match. The most important thing will be to win. Great comments from Kang-in Lee. I think the start of the season has been good. You can always do better. Me as a player as well as my teammates, we always try to win games. I try to help the team. I'm satisfied to be able to help the team. Once again, great words from Kang-in Lee. Lee on his use at number 9. The coach asked me to be very mobile. I think that's good. I believe we can create spaces and opportunities. With this freedom, we can manage to get more opportunities and score more goals. And that is true. Kang-in Lee obviously has been tried twice. Came on as a sub as well as a false 9. And it's been looking good. I want this experiment to keep on going because of the failure of Campos signing at number 9 in the summer. Since I arrived, I tried to improve myself, to work hard. I think that's the most important thing. All the players, we all try to improve. That's what makes the team strong. And yeah, that is true. Ever since Kang-in Lee has come to this club, he's steadily improved game by game. So yeah, I definitely see the progression so far. Kang-in Lee on what PSG needs to do better in the Champions League. Yes, there are many things that we can improve, and I'm sure that we will get there. We can always improve. We footballers and the technical staff will try to improve. Yeah, simple. I come here to a club where I think the pressure is greater. But as I said before, I try to improve myself to be a better footballer. That's how I try to move forward. Good. The position I like the most is simply playing. All players want to play. Whatever the position, no matter how I'm used, I'm going to give my all. I mean, like a good and a funny response at the same time. Obviously, Kang-in Lee has suffered a bit from minute reduction this season, but hopefully he starts playing even more for Paris Saint-Germain. And yeah, he's been good in right wing, centre forward, and the right centre midfield spot. So yeah, it doesn't really matter where Kang-in Lee plays. He will ball. I think that every match when you wear the PSG jersey is important. This year in the Champions League, every match is a final for us. We have to think match by match. We will try to show the best version of ourselves tomorrow. Love it from Kang-in Lee. And we definitely need to show the best version of Paris Saint-Germain tomorrow. It takes some adaptation. I think all my teammates are trying to help me. For me, it was easy. The integration went well. There is a mutual support between us. We will continue to work hard so that it improves. And obviously, it's not just Kang-in Lee. It's a lot of players, recent players that have signed to the club, that have had to adapt to everything. And everything has went kind of smooth. I don't feel any of the new signings we've made feel like left out of the rest of the squad, the rest of the group. Kang-in Lee and Barcola. Bradley, we knew he was a great player. Everyone works, everyone helps, talks so that the team improves. That's what most important, is what unites us, makes us stronger. I don't know why. Kang-in Lee sounds a bit like an AI, like a robot. Every single answer is like, we're gonna unite, we're gonna stay stronger, we're gonna... But yeah, I love it from Kang-in Lee. And that's been it for the press conference of Paris Saint-Germain versus PSV. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez Paris.